Greetings, Dazzlings Web. I'm Rex11, reviewer of the good, the bad, and the underrated. Ooh. It's about collab o'clock. So then, let us reach into the void of brony reviewers to pick our next victim, partner.
Whoa, what the hell was that?
Hi, random irrelevant reviewer. We're gonna do a collab together. I'll kill you.
What?
Oh, okay, maybe not. But I'll teleport you to the most chaotic and illogical place in history. Present day America.
I live there, dude.
Bugger!
Don't use your fancy British talk on me.
I go to a private school, can't help it. Anywho. Do you wanna do a collab?
Never. Sing that to me again.
Deal.
So, was the singing a hint at what we're reviewing?
No.
Come on, I've already seen your last review. You said you'd do Rainbow Rocks.
I did? But... alright, wibbly wobbly computer troubles that are also timey-wimey.
Despite my lukewarm reaction to the first film, spoilers, I was still willing to give this series a second chance. The trailers were pretty good and a lot of the shorts were really fun, so I was decently hyped, and thankfully the film turned out to be great. The music was greatly improved, the story was more involving, the villains were awesome, and Sunset Shimmer's development was really excellent to see. If the first film is the Man of Steel for bronies, dividing the fandom, then this is definitely the Dark Knight equivalent for ponies. Pretty much everyone in the fandom loves it.
So, what's your intro, Lefty? Lefty? Left!
What? Oh, hey there, I'm Mr. Left Turn.
That's it.
Well, I'd prefer my intros aren't as long to the preface to The Lord of the Rings.
Well, let's dive into Rainbow Rocks, but there's something you have to know about me first, Lefty.
What?
I'm a brony.
No!
Also,
I'm a goofy goober! You're a goofy goober! We're all goofy goobers! Goofy, goofy, goober, goober!
This film starts with a bunch of teenagers farting.
Really? You're starting this review out with a fart joke? The nostalgia critic would be ashamed.
I'm a brony. Shame's an alien concept to me. And you watch cars drive around in circles all the time. What's your excuse?
So it turns out their gassiness isn't being caused by the new Taco Bell special, but our villains, the Sirens.
I wish we'd never been banished to this awful place.
Really? I love it here.
For realsies? Because I think this place is the worst.
Oh my god! It's Azula, May, and Ty Lee!
You have the badass power-hungry leader, the brooding sourpuss, and the naive one who isn't all that villainous.
It's clearly them! What do you think?
I think Sword screwed with your script.
Why?
Because I don't know who the hell you're talking about. I've never even seen Avatar.
Boom! You're uncultured troglodyte! You call yourself an animation fan!
Well, at least I haven't seen that god-awful movie either.
Oh, like how my childhood! You're gonna watch it!
NASCAR. Ooh, look, a reference to the last movie.
Ooh, where? Oh yeah, so the worst part of the first film.
The Sirens then plan to harness the magic to...
Make everyone in this pathetic little world adore us.
Of course!
No, do the Bane one.
Oh, okay.
Of course!
No, I've heard you do a good Bane voice.
But I'm a Brit, we always get cast as villains.
Do it or I'll make another NASCAR reference.
Of course!
We then get another trippy turtle sequence. I guess there's one per movie.
Shut up, music!
Well, it's kind of bland with uninspired lyrics. It's just bubblegum pop.
No.
That comes later.
Crap.
We then cut to Canterlot High, where the student body is creating posters to advertise their own bands for the school's upcoming musical showcase by hand, and not with computers!
You okay there, Lefty?
It's just like the old days when classic rock bands had to make head posters with their own two hands to get gigs.
Get out of the past and into this review.
And the Crusaders art here isn't quite as good as in Hearts and Hooves Day, but it's still pretty good.
Wait, hold on. Did you credit them?
Of course, it's down in the description. Artists put a lot of creativity and an effort into their work, so they should definitely be recognized for it.
Yeah, hashtag respect the artists. Anyway, I like how Sunset is trying to be friendly on her own instead of one of the Humane Five encouraging her to do so.
It's nice to see a character being proactive in her redemption, rather than Starlight, who is just content to sit around and mope, or Discord, who still just likes screwing with ponies, as enjoyable as that is to watch. This, along with everybody else being rightfully harsh to her, makes Sunset one of the best characters the franchise has produced, a far cry from the irritating alpha of the first movie.
I think it's going to be one of the most exciting events we've had at CHS since the fall formal.
If that's her idea of exciting, maybe we should keep her away from the Saw movies. You know, just to be safe.
The Rainbooms then go to practice.
1, 2, 3!
Yeah, music! Ugh, not this. It's too poppy. Hey!
Grin and bear it, you moronic metalhead.
Our first musical number is so bland that it makes One Direction seem memorable.
Oh, you mean those British prima donnas that quit after only 5 years?
Exactly. The lyrics are boring, instrumentation isn't that good, and the visuals just show what two of the numbers last time did. Everyone's Friends Now, and that's ultra good. It's better than every song in the first film, bar Help Twilight Win the Crown, but that's not saying much. Still, the singing is as always good, even the worst MLP songs are well sung.
We are the Cutie Mark Crusaders, on a quest to find out who we are.
Most of the time.
Are we reviewing crappy bands or Rainbow Rocks, Pat?
Both?
Well, if we do that, then we'll be here till Christmas 2047.
Although Sunset's foot tap is so cute, but the Humane 5 ponying up when they play just makes no damn sense.
Yeah, their magic left the human world with Twilight, so how can this happen?
Who cares why it happens?
Ooh, you know, by the pricking of my thumbs / common sense, something boring this way comes.
Heard you outside.
Great, then we get Brad shoehorned into this scene.
I could go on another tangent about how boring he is, but I just need 2 words. F off!
Words worthy of Shakespeare. But be careful, Pat, or else Mad Plushie will make an exposed video about you and tangents.
Oh no! He's just as threatening as Jared Leto's Joker!
Sunset goes to meet the Dazzlings.
Are you the girls I'm supposed to show around?
We are.
With all the subtlety of Michael Bay on LSD.
Well, it's good to see they brought back the cheap hallway lighting from the first movie. Though, wouldn't the school want the exit to be properly lit?
I guess the electric board bows to dramatic moments.
We then get demonstrations on how adorable Sonata is.
Hello! We sing like all the time. It's how we get people to do what we want.
Aw, she's so stupid. Oh, come on, I love her. She's a great waifu material. Come on, she's so
You'll have to excuse them. They're idiots.
We have reached the pinnacle of funny lines, people.
Hail to you, O genre-savvy one.
Those are pretty. Where did you...
Subtle adagio. I wonder what the source of her power is.
Pat, Applejack's eating an apple fritter, has an apple on the side, and is drinking apple juice. Did you know she likes apples?
No! Next you'll be telling me Pinkie Pie likes pink. Or pie.
Like off like this? Or off like this?
Hey, I've seen that face before, Big Mac. Why, I do declare this was the oddest running gag ever.
But we can get lunch after though, right? It's Taco Tuesday!
Hey, Lefty. I just found out that Sonata has the same voice actress as Gilda. You know that?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, Ooh, Arya has the same voice actress as Saffron.
What, Saffron? Arya just got a whole lot more interesting.
Subtlety, thy name is the Sirens.
We've got something that is better.
Bad touch! Bad touch! Stranger danger!
This is a really good song. The Sirens all have bloody amazing singing voices, the visuals are pretty good, and there's this looming sense of dread in the Sirens' lyrics, helped by the music and their singing growing gradually louder as their magic takes effect over the students. Heck, the Sirens' lack of subtlety throughout the film isn't a problem since, with their control over all the students, they've practically won already.
Sounds like regular modern music to me.
True.
Although, I call bullcrap on vinyl being the only student wearing headphones in the cafeteria.
Spoilers?
What? This movie's 3 years old.
Someone might not have watched it yet.
Then why would they click a review of it?
People are just stupid sometimes.
We let Principal Celestia know all about this, and those girls will be kicked to the curb in no time.
Oh, wait, you're serious? Let me laugh even harder.
Last thing she needs is another CHS event almost ruined by some power-crazed lunatic. No offense.
None taken.
Yeesh, nice going, AJ Hole.
Sure, it might seem insensitive of the girls to keep reminding Sunset of what she did in the previous film, but I don't mind it here at all. Here, Sunset actually acknowledges that she was a horrible person and she did do a horrific thing to the school. This is good character development for her to learn from her mistakes and be a better person. It's like someone recovering from an addiction. You have to acknowledge that you made a bad choice in order to conquer them and better yourself. In fact, I really like how everyone else is trying to sugarcoat what she did, but Sunset bluntly replies every time that she's not bothered by it because they're not wrong. She's showing that she's truly regretful for what she did. Strong characteristics.
Fair point.
They go to the head teachers for some reason, like they could have done anything about the sirens, but they've been possessed cause, well, I don't know how they can even breathe.
It's not like we haven't tangled with dark magic before and totally whooped its sorry butt. No offense.
Jeez, I can stomach AJ doing it since she's honest, but no flat out insults, does she? I mean, look at that butt. Does that butt look sorry? No. The answer is no, it doesn't.
Can't argue with that. Anyway, Sunset brings up the only way to contact Twilight to help them.
How incredibly convenient.
Yeah, that part's overshadowed by Rarity's short-sightedness.
That's a book, darling. What do you mean maybe still works?
Come on, Rarity. Sunset said she's had it since she was Celestia's student. Hint, it's not a regular book.
Well, if you hated all that pesky character depth Rarity has in Equestria, this one has only one thing on her mind.
Pat, do you think we're going overboard with the music references here?
It's Rainbow Rocks. Of course we can't.
She writes a letter to Twilight and...
Where's that music from? Oh my gosh, ponies!
Oh wow, yeah.
Twilight then gets a message from her phone book.
Clever. And oh, by the way, if you're wondering why none of the ponies are sitting in the correct thrones, you'll have to wait for season 5.
We get a demonstration of how crap Starswell was. Seriously, he just had a theory that they'd lose their magic powers before flushing them down the interdimensional toilet? It's the other world's problem now.
Oh great, you just made your favorite princess mad, Pat.
Oh,
After Twilight becomes MacGyver and builds a makeshift portal, she and Spike arrive in Canterlot High's courtyard where Twilight is... skeptical of Sunset still?
Why? She saw her redeemed and was really gung-ho about accepting her. Heck, it was back at the end of the first film where she should have put on her skepticals. They go to a cafe for Twilight to act insensitive.
We can use that magic on the sirens, just like when we were able to use it on Sunset Shimmer when she turned into that horrifyingly awful winged monster. No offense.
Oh, nice going, Princess of Friendship.
Well, she clearly sees things mid-sentence now. I think whatever she's seen is punishment enough.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
For starters, a certain blue-haired guitar player was just asking about you.
AJ, why was Flash asking about Twilight so important? Wasn't there some magical threat you called Twilight to help with?
For that matter, why couldn't Pinky have just told them about the meet and greet earlier?
It's Pinky.
But still, it would have...
It's Pinky.
But... Yeah, it's Pinky.
Then at the meet and greet, it's going about as well as most parties at my school.
Twilight?
Bumped into always doing
Stupid romance. Never end. Oh, thank you, Left.
hey, it's okay, you're welcome.
Oh no! No one's mingling! It's like there's some kind of underlying tension that could bubble to the surface at any minute.
I don't know, Adagio. The cliques are ignoring each other, everyone's being an asshole. business as usual for high school.
It's a fruit punch, isn't it? I knew I used too much grape juice.
Aww. When our heroes try to stop the Dazzlings, we get
Friendship is magic!
the most awkward thing ever.
Seems they think they've already got this thing all locked up.
Well, points to the Dazzlings for this allowing them to gain more anger.
Magic!
And if Sonata keeps this up, we'll die of cuteness before the film's half over. At least we get scenes of Pinkie trying random instruments outside.
So magical.
What's up with her face? I need an adult.
Keep her away from the Star Trek theme at all costs. They didn't have a slumber party and... Why do I get the feeling Chris Hansen's gonna bust down my door any second?
Yeah, I feel like the people who say bronies are creepy may have a point this one time. Oh no. Can't go back to jail! You'll never take me alive, Chris! You'll never take me alive! Ah!
Well, that happened. Anyway, we then move on to the best scene in the movie as Twilight and Sunset discuss their troubles over a stiff pint of whipped cream. Fun fact, this scene was written and animated last minute.
What? But it's so good! How did it not end up like Suicide Squad? Oh, we'll get to that film later.
It's great because it shows how scared they are for different reasons, but it also shows how similar their situations are and that it's difficult to ignore the expectations your friends set out for you. Everyone is expecting Twilight to save the day and Sunset to ruin it. And by the way, Sunset, that's not nearly enough whipped cream.
Boulder was hungry.
What a waste of good crackers. But still, I guess you could say that cameo rocked.
We then get singing that's somehow still better than Justin Bieber. Twilight, why do you sing like a cat being run over by a lawnmower?
Guitar Strong, we love you, but can you please let Rebecca Soy get back in the booth to sing? And, ooh, Lefty, why don't you do an impression of Big Mac's best line this film?
You mean his only line?
Yup.
Nope. Dang it.
I'm particularly fond of this one.
Yay, Beatles reference!
Meh.
Meh? It's the freaking Beatles!
Whoopity-doo, Basil. Ooh, look, Darth Rarity.
Where?
You can never have enough costumes.
She looks kind of daft to me.
But man, are her changing skills on point. She changes costumes quicker than Superman.
Yeah, but I'm with Applejack here. Stop flanderizing yourself, Rarity. Oh, and Sunset, why would you wait till the last second to tell them that they needed to get to the sign-ups? Do you know how long it takes to pack up a drum kit?
The rain booms are just as capable of falling apart as anyone else. They just need a little push.
All it takes is a little push.
They then get to the first round where Snips and Smells make Vanilla Ice look like the Beastie Boys.
Everybody knows my favorite color is orange. My rhymes are so fly, they're better than an orange, yo!
Your music's bad and you should feel bad.
Well, at least Celeste gets a moment of not being an idiot.
Please do not drop the microphones.
Rarity then comes in dressed like a homeless hippie cosplaying as Jimi Hendrix.
We will be performing in front of an audience. I'm not going to wear something fabulous.
Rarity, most bands I listened to didn't wear shirts in the 80s. No one cares what you're wearing.
They sing our next song, Shake Your Tail. It's pretty good. Like Help Twilight win the crown from the last film, it's bubblegum pop fluff, but still enjoyable, with an energetic beat and some nice instrumentals, as well as some hilarious attempts from the other bands to sabotage the rain booms. Damn you, over-bedazzled cardboard-coloured jacket.
Yeah, it's a jacket, not a chandelier, right, Pat?
Of course not! I mean, look at me. I don't need to bedazzle my shirt and...
There are no strings on me.
Alright, that's it. You bully best pony person, and I use my new app.
Tactical nuke incoming!
But wouldn't that kill Fluttershy too?
Oh, right. Just give me a sec. Dormammu, I've come to bargain.
Rarity, stop crying like a b****. That's Button Mash's job. And how did the principals not notice that?
You mean other than being brainwashed and stupid enough to drink bleach?
This was not my fault. This was an act of sabotage.
Yeah, well, whoever did this couldn't have done this if you didn't insist on dressing like this.
Oh boy, this must be the great chemistry Blackbird talks about.
Hey!
It was pretty distracting. Says the girl who was running from a light the whole time. A light!
Poor Andrea Libman must be so conflicted. I hope Hasbro pays her therapy bills.
Shh! Best song!
I am not worthy to look upon such musical greatness.
Although that girl on the cowbell is really into it.
I got a fever. And the only prescription is more cowbell.
We're sorry.